Let's go to Giselle in New Orleans. Is it Giselle?
Yeah, you said it right. How are you, Dr. John?
Yes. I was about to say Gazelle, but I said Giselle, and I like it.
I get that all the time.
It's beautiful, beautiful name. So, what's going on? How can I help?
Hi. So, yeah, I guess my question is, sorry, I'm a little nervous too.
Oh, dude, I'm super nervous. You've heard. I'm not very good at this, and Giselle is a wonderful name, so I'm out on the thin ice here. You're good.
Yeah, I guess my question is, I have really been struggling with people pleasing for as long as I can remember. I'm sorry, I'm choking up a little bit.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Tell me about it.
Yeah, man, it's just hard to even know who I am sometimes, because I feel like depending on who I'm talking to or people in my life, I'm just trying to be who they want me to be, or not upset them or hurt them or be a burden. So, yeah, it's just been a real struggle with people pleasing and not really knowing who I am in the process, because I'm trying to be who everyone else wants me to be, or not hurt people or be a burden to them. I don't know if that's making sense.
Oh, big time. And like, it breaks my heart. Who told you this? Who modeled this for you, that this was the way you needed to go through life?
I guess for as long as I could remember, it never felt safe to be vulnerable or share how I felt.
Was that mom or dad or both, or a brother or sister? Where did that come from?
I hate to put it on my parents. I would say my mom, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just sucks. I'm struggling in relationships, with friendships, and I get all the time people saying, Giselle, you're way too nice. You don't speak up. You don't say what's on your mind, and I just feel paralyzed.
Yeah. So I want to free you from something, okay? I bet you and I could sit down over a cup of coffee, and you could tell me some stuff about your childhood that would haunt me. Is that true? Not from a traumatic, like abuse kind of thing, but some things that your mom said that are still firmly planted in your soul.
Yeah.
And was your dad in the picture too?
Yes and no. Like, they had a great marriage and they're great parents. I think it just felt very emotionally absent.
So here's what I want you to hear me say. Trauma is acute. And I know that you're like, whoa, it's not trauma. When moms lodge personality issues into you, or when you are responsible for making sure mom is happy or not angry or not exhausted or not tired or not stressed, that is a weight that a child is not strong enough to carry. And when there is another parent figure in the home who doesn't reach over to help, that's trauma too. Trauma is both the things that were done to you and the things that should have happened that didn't happen. Hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
And I in no way want to just sit here and bash on your parents. I don't know their life. I don't know what's going on. But what I want you to do is this. I want you to draw the string from where did my body learn to cycle down? Because now that how old are you now?
28.
Okay, you're 28. And the way it comes out now, the advice you get, the Pinterest and Instagram scrolling that we do now tells you just need to fill in the blank. And it turns into a character issue or a moral issue or a strength, like you're weak or you're not strong enough. Why are you not just standing up? And what I want you to hear me say is your body's acting on your behalf. Your body recognizes that when somebody throws out a strongly worded sentence and you object to it, you better be quiet because it's safe here in the silence.
Yeah.
Or when a guy starts putting you in a situation that you're not comfortable with, you go along for the ride. It's just better for everybody. Just don't say anything. Or when your boss says something and you're like, what? Or that's not even my fault. Whatever. It's going to be fine. Just right? Am I onto something?
Yeah, it just, I definitely agree. It's either paralysis or it feels like, well, if I just lie to avoid this conflict or to tell the person what they want to hear, then I'll be okay.
That's right.
Even if it's not the truth.
And so if you take like the alarms going off in your body, and sometimes we call those emotions or feelings, whatever you want to call them. When you take those and you just squash them, if you think about compressing them down, another word of compression is to depress, right?
Yeah.
Is to push down. And so many people walk through their lives with everything compressed into a tiny nuclear reactor that just sits in their soul, and it eats them from the inside out.
Absolutely.
So if no one's ever told you this before, you are worth laughing at things you think are funny. You're worth having your own opinions, especially when everyone disagrees with you. You're probably really, really smart because you've got to watch a lot of loudmouth idiots in your day without trying to compete. You probably have I would say world-class, probably borderline superhero ability to read people's energy because you've had to stay safe.
Yeah.
You know when a punch is coming. You know when a threat is on your way. And you also know, like the Matrix, how to get out of the way of that thing or how to just take it and keep going. And I want you to know that those qualities can also make you an extraordinary leader, a powerful person who speaks when they want to, when they decide it's necessary, and that when they do speak, everybody listens. You can be in dating relationships and romantic relationships where your needs are met, all of them, and where you have permission to meet other people's needs. You're worth all of that, okay? How do you want to move forward?
I guess that's why I'm calling too, because I feel like now I'm either more aware of it or I'm just gotten to the point where I'm exhausted and I'm just ready to make changes. And
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 words that you've mentioned today are giant red flags for me. Can I poke on them for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. You are not, have never been, and will never be a burden. Never say that word again. Fair?
Fair.
I'll say it again. You are not, have not, and will never be a burden. You are my new sister and my new friend, and that word leaves your vocabulary. You may be uncomfortable. You may be surrounded by weirdos. You may be in a room of people who don't like Seinfeld, and you're the only one with a sense of humor and clearly superior intelligence, but you're never a burden. Do you believe me?
Right. I believe you.
Kids who grow up with moms who just swipe their phones all day and ignore them. Kids who grow up with moms who yell and scream a lot or say, oh, honey, don't wear that shirt. We don't look pretty in that, like that kind of stuff. Kids who grow up with dads who don't hold them tightly and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. The alternative is they feel like there must be something wrong with me because my dad won't even hug. My dad won't even tell me he loves me. My dad won't even fight for me. My mom won't even look at me. My mom gets mad and she ghosts me. She turns silent on me. And I'm only 8. What did I do that was so bad that this adult who I'm supposed to love won't even talk to me, right? So all those things translate to 25 years down the road, 20 years down the road. This room would be better if I just wasn't here. And that's not true. Okay?
Okay.
The second thing is the exhaustion you feel is an almost 30-year-old woman whose body has been fighting and running and freezing year after year after year for way too long. Your body's been on full tilt for decades now. And this is the season when you start taking one more drink and one more drink. or you hook up with one more person, or you eat one more, this is me looking in the mirror, bag of candy or donut or whatever, or you get on a treadmill and you run one more mile, or you work 10 more hours this week and then 10 more hours next week at work. This is when our bodies start to say, dude, I can't keep doing this. And so we start looking for duct tape to put over the alarms. Am I onto something?
Yeah.
Or the new drug, the new 21st century drug is Netflix. I'm just going to go home and get under the covers.
Yeah.
Right? So here's where we go from here. Number one, this is going to be a cheesy answer, and I hope it doesn't sound like a ball of cheese, but I want you to hang on the line, and I'm going to send you a copy of my new book. It's called Own Your Past, Change Your Future. It's like you just threw this one to me on an underhand softball pitch, okay? It's going to walk you through it. The path here is this. You have to own the stories. And I know you love your mom. I know you love your dad, and you love your siblings and your high school boyfriend, whatever. You got to own those stories. Only when you own them does your brain go, okay, she now knows where the bears are. And then you got to acknowledge reality. Here's where I'm at. I'm 28 years old. I'm beautiful. I'm actually pretty dang smart. I'm kind. I think I'm funny, and I've got a good sense of humor. And I do like Power Ranger movies. I don't care what people say about, like, whatever the thing is, right? Yeah. You got to own reality. And then you have to be about the hard stuff, which is I got to grieve what I should have had that I don't have. I have to begin to work hard on changing my actions and work hard on changing my thoughts. What does that look like in reality? Super hard, yet super simple. It is when the moment you think, oh, I just need to be quiet, you say inside your head, nope, I'm just going to speak out just because I'm practicing. And then you raise your hand, or you just speak out because all the other idiot dudes in the room are speaking out like, no, bro, I don't like that. You go, nope, I actually do like that. I like the colors on that font. I like the marketing angle here. And as the only woman in this room, I think women would buy this. And then you, inside you go, the voices will go, what are you doing? No, right?
They already are.
Okay, just practicing that. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to feel that. Don't run from it. Go right in the middle of it. And let your body know we're okay. And if these idiots fire me for speaking up, they suck and I don't want to work here anyway. But they probably won't. I'm a loudmouth idiot. And I try to be inclusive, but I just get all fired. I love it when people who are on my team who normally are quiet speak up, because they're usually right. Okay? And I want you to practice this, and I want you to feel it in your body. The big thing here is when your body takes off on you, when your heart starts beating, when you start to shrink back, have a next thing in line. Nope, I'm not going to back up here. Nope, I don't want to kiss you. I'm just going to tell you that's not happening tonight. Thank you, though. Don't worry, I'll pay for my half of dinner tonight, whatever that looks like for you. Mom, nope, I'm not coming home for Thanksgiving this year. I'm going to stay with my friends. Because I'm almost 30 and I can do whatever I want to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying.
And so, do you have a friend? Do you have somebody in your life that you can begin to discuss some of this with? Probably some of it for the first time ever.
Yeah, the second part. Yeah.
So you've heard me say this on the show a million times. I'll say it one more time. Grief demands a witness. You have to say some of these things out loud. Did you know my mom told me one time? Can you believe my dad didn't? You have to say those things out loud. That's how we bring our mind back online. Oh, she hears. She acknowledges this. Okay, cool. Bear threat averted. Now we will stop responding as though everything's on fire. And you're going to have to train your body over time to be less anxious and to be less exhausted and give it the it needs. But if you will keep taking these tiny little steps, keep practicing towards becoming the person that you're aiming towards, I promise you will become it. You know how I know? Because I did. Because my wife did. Because my friends around me have. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm down the road from you, and I'm looking on the other side, and I'm telling you there's a light over there if you'll work hard for the next couple of years. And working hard just means practicing this new way of being. And you're going to fall, I've been in meetings here, then I didn't speak up. And I drove home so pissed at myself. And I told somebody or two people, and then I got back in it the next day. You're going to do that. It's going to be part of your journey. And then you're going to just find yourself with an ability to shoulder and carry things that you never knew you had because somebody took that from you and you were very, very young. So do you feel ready to rock and roll or what?
Yeah, it's definitely scary. But
yes, so scary.
I'm ready.
And you are worth it. You believe me?
I do.
You don't. So I'm going to say it again. You're worth it. You are not, will never be, have never been a burden. You, my new friend Giselle, are worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. And to everybody listening to this, you're worth it.